So our amazing FasciaBlaster representative was here today helping do some modeling with her gorgeous body. And we were having a very frank conversation directly to you bodybuilding girls, and I'm including bikini, figure, and any IFB pro. And I was just asking Maggie, because she's in that world and about to compete, to just explain how, I don't want to say how important, but just like what a great additional tool the FasciaBlaster is to an already crazy, I've been in the world too, so, but that crazy training regime. And how does this really make it easier?
Well, I think it's essential for me, especially because I do have a lot of, if I don't use it regularly, like I was telling you, I hadn't used it in like a month because I just moved, and I could just feel the rockier gravel, like fascia build
So
up.
what do figure girls think that is? Do they call it cellulite, or do they know that it's fascia? Is that even known? I'm not sure.
Well, when I first started competing, I thought it was fascia. I mean, I thought it was cellulite. And when I went to posing for the first time, I couldn't open up my lats because my muscles were so tight in my back.
So the fascia was kind of clamping you inward?
Yes.
Okay.
And then, so I had to go have some body work done. Well, I pay at least $100 an hour to have my body work done. And when he started working on my hamstrings, he was like, oh my gosh, you know,
yeah, you feel like that webby
fascia. And I thought it was cellulite, but it was really like the fascia, like pulling. And I actually would have like lines or creases, you know, back here under my glutes.
Did you have it anywhere else, like in your upper body too? Because I've found that people who train a lot get it everywhere. Like you can get bound, like ripples right here. Not good ripples either. I'm talking about the puckers of fascia and skin and fat that adheres,
And so I would have to go get body work done. Well, when I learned what fascia was, you know, like a year later is when I found this product.
And after several $1,000s.
Yeah. And so to me, it's just a godsend because first of all, I can get more muscle activation when I use it regularly. And then when I use it after I work out, of course, it helps flush the lactic acid out of my body. And just using it on myself or having like my back, like I said, my back is an issue. And so I have my boyfriend use it on my back. It really helps me in between my sessions of body work so that when I go, number one, it's not as painful.
Right. Exactly.
And it's, you know, he's like, wow, I can tell, you know, you've really been using your blaster because you don't have, your fascia isn't as bound up.
Right, it definitely, being the body worker person, it definitely makes our life easier and the poor patient who's on the table, because the tissue is like ready and available for us to do good structural work and not having to like weed through. I call it weed whacking. That's what it feels like as a therapist, just like going through the weeds. But also too, I think it's super important, like even our guys, and I don't market specifically to guys, but guys, listen up, or tell your men, how for muscle growth, I don't know anything, even hands, that's as good as this.
No, I don't either.
Tell me about the guys that you sent me the pictures of at the show. So Maggie went to a show and did demos on these ginormous bodybuilders and sent me the pictures, and it was crazy. It was like they had double the pump. So relate it to them, but also to you.
Well, I think they didn't really believe that I could do, you know, they don't really think they have any issues. You know?
Right.
They're like, I'm big and strong, I don't have any fat, and so, you know, I don't really, I'm good. And so when I would work on them, you know, I would just do a real quick demo, like 2 or 3 minutes, and I'd work on their quads and kind of do a little, you know, just overall, and then kind of do a little bit of carving out. And then when they would flex,
well, you can see it on you.
Yeah, we've been
doing one leg, and you can see a difference. The pump is totally different on the leg that we've worked.
But when they would see the difference, they were just astounded. And they could feel it, you know, they could feel more muscle activation. They could see the fullness in the muscle.
Feel the pump.
Yeah, they could feel
and
the pump.
guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but you can outgrow your fascia. So if you've gotten big enough and your fascia is trying to clamp in, it's like trying to grow a muscle inside of a Ziploc bag. That goes for guys or girls. So loose fascia is huge if you actually want to get bigger. So,
and even the girls, when I would come, a couple of them I just worked on their shoulders.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I would take a before picture, and then I'd work on one shoulder and take an after picture, and they couldn't believe how much fuller their shoulders looked.
Yep.
So just breaking up
If
that
you're
fascia.
in IFB world or even thinking about it,
You need one.